Hi, Joel Greenbaum from Point Tennis, and I'm here with Lucien Nogues from Babolat, and we're here at Roland Garros in Paris, and Lucien is going to tell us a little bit about what he does. He's in charge of stringing and R&D for the different strings that you develop. Is that correct?
Part of my job is yes, working with R&D. Is also like teaching. I'm on charge of all the teaching for example, sales reps, for teachers, tennis teachers, etc. So I go country to country, and because I speak few languages, I can explain them, and we teach them how to correctly sell the right racket for the right person, the right string for the right person, because we make them sure that 50% of the energy of the racket is the frame, but also 50% is the string. Do not forget, if you have a nice racket, which is, let's say, Ferrari, and you put a bad string, it is like the track engine or track tires. This is a Ferrari track, but not a Ferrari anymore. So all the money you invest in your frame, completely gone. That's stupid. And for the same price, with explanation, you can give the right product to the right person. This is the job of the stringer.
And I understand that you're doing something very unique here at the French Open in Babolat's Innovation booth, that you're actually teaching customers how to string rackets. Is that what we're doing right here?
Yes. For example, yesterday, there was the kid day. So I put the machine down, I put the kids on top of my suitcase, and I was teaching them how to string rackets. That was extremely fun for them because they were sweating like concentrated. But at the end we shake hands. We said, "You are part now of the mafia. You're a stringer."
That's the French mafia.
Oh wait, that's the stringer mafia. Stringer mafia.
Well, I have to say that there is something very special when you string your own racket. You have a special way of bonding with your racket, from my experience. And tell me a little bit about some of the strings that Babolat manufactures and how you develop those.
We are on the market now, the only manufacturer for strings. We manufacture our own natural string, natural gut, in Brittany. Brittany because it's rainy, good grass, good food for cows, good cows, etc. So, for example, we need 2 months to do a natural gut. We need 2 cows. We start for 60 pounds of raw material to finish with 16 grams of string. So it's a lot of work. Then we have another factory south of 10 minutes south of Lyon. We do all the multi-filament, and we do the final product on 2 different strings, like the wrap technology and also the monofilament. We have the packaging there, and we have all the research and development in Lyon. Research development and also quality testing. We test, for example, Babolat, we are the only one to put on every batch. For example, we make the construction of polyester string, for example. We use 8 kilometers of those. So each reel of 8 kilometers has its own batch. So if there is a problem, you check the number on the string and you see if it's the same batch. If it's the same batch, there is probably a problem. So you can send it to us or check, and then we can make retest to see what we have done wrong. Raw material tested, etc., etc. So we can go very deep inside the construction. For the gut, it's exactly the same. So we are the only one to do this.
And do you get out on the court yourself and play test some of the new strings that you develop?
Not anymore, because my back and my Achilles tendon doesn't let me. So I push the ball, but I don't play.
How about you? I would imagine that you provide some of the samples of the strings that you're developing to the Babolat sponsored players.
Of course, yes. We use them like we have an idea. From the beginning, like we have an idea for a new string. Up to the string is on the market, like on the shelf on your pro shop. There's 2.5, 3 years. Okay, because in between there are a lot of tests, and from tests we relaunch a certain series. We check, is it correct? Retest, test, retest, etc. So we used the pros, girls and boys, we give them, this is the string, we need your advice. In 10 minutes, we got that. So then, next generation of the new product, 6 months after, you remember? Yes, I remember. New generation, you remember the thing you said? So we have done some correction. Fill it. Yes, but I may need something. Okay, take back. And then we have from beginner to Rafael Nadal, the advice of a lot of players. And that data make us, it's like we are sharpening the product we want. And then it's not finished. We have to develop the way to industrialize that process, which is take also time, because making 100 meters of good string and making 8 kilometers the same good string, it is another headache.
Yes, yes. And so it is somewhat of a combination of art and science.
And patience and humility and sometimes headache, like take aspirin. Yes, yes, that's the combination. Yes.
Yes. Now I know that you're working on a very unique project with a special racket. I know that you're not able to talk about it in full detail.
Deep in details, no. This racket represents 10 years of work, 10 years of thinking. We are finalizing now the last pre-series before launching on the market. So we will pre-launch that in several countries. Take most information we can. All those information, we will put them in our max memory. That max memory will help us to sharpen the algorithm. Algorithm is the way the machine calculates all the information and bring back the information. So you take all the information, so the racket can tell you how many backhand you have done, how many forehand you have done, the percentage of the efficiency you are, the position of center, or efficient you are, etc., etc. So you can only get for you, or you can, we have a developed site, you can share with your friends. I have done this, so next time, even if your friend is in Seattle and you are in Miami, you can still compete to say, hey, see where you are? The next time we see each other, I will beat you.
So this could potentially help me to learn to hit the ball in the sweet spot.
Why not? Why not? Because with what we have done now, what we are trying to do and what we are doing now, it's making experiment with some teachers to make lessons. So the teacher, they'll tell you, you have to do that lesson, and then it got all the result without watching you. You send it by the internet and said, I've done this. You think that's good, etc., etc. That's or it is perfectly correct. Now we do something else.
Yes.
Depends.
Yes, so I can see a number of ways that this information could be very useful. Yes.
Of course, yes.
Yes. Well, Lucien, thank you so much. I appreciate all the work that you're doing for us in the tennis community.
Merci, monsieur.
Okay.
Thank you very much. Thank
A
you.
bientôt.
Merci. À bientôt.